It was a chilly evening when Jenna moved into her new apartment. The place had a certain charm despite its age. Creaky wooden floors and antique furnishings gave it character. Excited but exhausted, she spent the day unpacking, arranging her belongings, and making the space her own. By the time she finished, the sun had long set, casting elongated shadows that made the place feel even more mysterious. That night, Jenna decided to take a long, hot shower to unwind. The steam engulfed the small bathroom, and as she stepped out, she felt a strange chill run down her spine. Shaking it off as nothing, she dressed in her warmest pajamas and crawled into bed. Her eyes grew heavy, and sleep was imminent until she heard a soft creaking noise coming from the closet at the foot of her bed. She sat up, staring at the old wooden door, partially ajar. Must be the wind, she thought, trying to reassure herself. But a second creak followed, louder this time. Jenna's heart raced as she gathered the courage to get up and close the closet door. Just as she reached for the handle, she froze. Inside, framed by the dim light spilling in from the street, was a shadow. It looked human but distorted, its limbs longer and more angular than any person's. The figure didn't move but stood as if waiting. Jenna stumbled backward, her back hitting the edge of the bed. She blinked, and the shadow seemed to dissolve into the darkness of the closet. Shaken but determined, she turned on every light in the room and cautiously approached the closet once more. She flung the door open, her breath caught in her throat. The closet was empty. Laughing nervously, she scolded herself for letting her imagination run wild. Determined not to let the shadow haunt her, she finally climbed back into bed and forced herself to sleep. Days went by without incident, and Jenna soon forgot about the unsettling experience. Until one night, she heard the creak again. This time, she ignored it, hoping the sound was a figment of her imagination. But as she lay there, eyes squeezed shut, she felt a cold breeze against her face. She opened her eyes to find the closet door wide open, the shadow standing closer than before. Gathering every ounce of courage, Jenna whispered, "What do you want?" To her horror, the shadow slowly raised a hand, pointing directly at her. Panic surged through her veins as she scrambled out of bed and ran out of the room. She spent the night on the couch, every creak and groan of the old apartment sending chills down her spine. In the morning, she made up her mind to confront whatever was haunting her. Armed with a flashlight and newfound resolve, Jenna opened the closet once again. Her hands trembled as she moved coats and boxes aside, searching for any sign of the shadow. And then she saw it. Carved into the back wall of the closet were the words, "I am still here."